Hello from Dhaka. This is Rahman and you are watching Basis News. At first, the news headlines. So the Rizwana Hasan for stronger global partnerships to safeguard marine resources. Supreme Court clears way for DUCSU polls on 9th September. Ex-IGP Mahmud's testimony is irrefutable evidence of Sheikh Hasina's misrule, says Chief Prosecutor Muhammad Tajul Islam. Amir Khasru advocates for a culture of questioning power. Israeli annexation cannot halt push for Palestinian state recognition, says French President Emmanuel Macron. Now let's go for the details. So the Rizwana Hasan for stronger global partnerships to safeguard marine resources. Environment, Forest and Climate Change Advisor to the interim government, so the Rizwana Hasan today called for strong global and multi-sectoral cooperation to protect marine ecosystems at the Sasakawa Peace Foundation building in Tokyo, Japan. She said that achieving Sustainable Development Goal 14 requires a unified global commitment to preserve oceanic resources for future generations. Speaking virtually at the plenary session titled Driving Ocean Leadership and Innovation, Advancing Governance, Blue Economy and Marine Science to Achieve 30 by 30. Advisor Syed Rizwana Hasan, also Water Resources Advisor, highlighted Bangladesh's ranking as the 9th largest contributor to global plastic pollution. She urged that the Global Treaty on Plastic Pollution includes special provisions for geographically vulnerable nations. She also labeled the Hong Kong Convention as inadequate for addressing the environmental threat from Bangladesh's shipbreaking industry. She also emphasized the Bay of Bengal's importance to Bangladesh's economy and connectivity. The advisor noted the government's assessment of coastal and marine biodiversity resources and ecosystem project, which created a national database, conservation plans and monitoring protocols. Research on sea level rise impacts was also completed. She called for enhanced international cooperation to tap into Bangladesh's marine biodiversity and invited investment in sustainable seafood processing. Advisor Syed Rizwana Hasan warned that without action on global warming, 1/3 of Bangladesh's land could be submerged, displacing millions. She added that 52 small island states face similar risks, stressing the need for global solidarity. The session was part of the Ocean Decade 50 Foundation's dialogue. Supreme Court clears way for DUCSU polls on 9th September. The Appellate Division of the Supreme Court in Dhaka today cleared the way for the Dhaka University Central Student Union DUCSUElection to proceed on 9th September. The full bench, led by Chief Justice Refaat Ahmed, upheld a judge in chamber's order. The court heard a civil miscellaneous petition. Senior advocate Hasanul Karim and barrister Jyotirmoy Borua presented the plea. Advocate Muhammad Shishir Moni represented Dhaka University. Barrister Imran S. Siddiq stood for S.M. Farhad, a General Secretary candidate from the Oikoboddho Shikkharthi Jot panel. On 1st September, Appellate Division Judge in Chamber Justice Farah Mahbub stayed a High Court order that had suspended the election until 13th October. She noted the stay would hold until the civil miscellaneous petition was filed. Earlier that day, High Court Justices Muhammad Habibul Goni and S.K. Tahsin Ali had paused the election after a writ petition by B.M. Fahmida Alom, a candidate for Liberation War and Democratic Movement Affairs Secretary from the Left Alliance panel, challenging S.M. Farhad's candidacy. The writ petition challenged the legitimacy of the candidacy of S.M. Farhad. Ex-IGP Mahmud's testimony is irrefutable evidence of Sheikh Hasina's misrule, says Chief Prosecutor Muhammad Tajul Islam. Chief Prosecutor Muhammad Tajul Islam described the testimony of former Inspector General of Police Chowdhury Abdullah Al-Mamun as undeniable evidence of former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's misrule at the International Crimes Tribunal in Dhaka. Former Inspector General of the Police, Chowdhury Abdullah Al-Mamun, testifying on 2nd September before International Crimes Tribunal 1, pleaded guilty in a crimes against humanity case linked to the July 2024 mass uprising. He sought mercy for his role. He stated that killings and brutal acts during the uprising followed orders from Sheikh Hasina and former Home Minister Asaduzzamani Khan Kamal. He said that on 18th July 2024, Kamal informed him of Sheikh Hasina's order to use lethal weapons, which was relayed nationwide, including to Dhaka Metropolitan Police Commissioner Habibur Rahman. Mahmud said that nightly meetings at Kamal's Dhanmondi residence from 19th July planned uprising suppression, including arrests of anti-discrimination student movement coordinators proposed by the Directorate General of Forces Intelligence. Mahmud said when students and citizens entered Dhaka on 5th August 2024, he learned Hasina would relinquish power. He was airlifted to the cantonment, arrested on 3rd September, and sought forgiveness from the victims' families and the tribunal, hoping his testimony would reveal the truth. The case involves allegations against ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and Asaduzzamani Khan Kamal for atrocities during the uprising. Amir Khasru advocates for a culture of questioning power. Bangladesh Nationalist Party BNP Standing Committee member Amir Khasru Mahmud Chowdhury on Wednesday called for creating a culture of questioning those in power in Bangladesh at Lakeshore Hotel in Gulshan, Dhaka. Speaking as the chief guest at a seminar titled Post-July Political Thoughts, which direction Bangladesh is walking to, organized by the School of Leadership United States of America Bangladesh chapter, he urged people to speak truth to power, noting its absence in current culture. He warned that political parties failing to embrace the post-July changes in people's hope after former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's departure have no future. He criticized disputes over credit for the July uprising, stating they threaten Bangladesh's future. He encouraged focusing on building a new Bangladesh. He highlighted the Bangladesh Nationalist Party's initiatives to transform citizens into human resources, ensure equal opportunities, and allocate 5% of the national budget to education and healthcare. He emphasized that a swift return to democracy through elections benefits post-revolution countries, while delays lead to civil war and economic decline. The seminar addressed Bangladesh's political direction following the July uprising. Israeli annexation cannot halt push for Palestinian state recognition, says French President Emmanuel Macron. French President Emmanuel Macron stated on Tuesday that Israel's expanded offensive in Gaza or annexation attempts cannot stop the push for recognizing a Palestinian state. France, alongside Belgium and other countries, plans to recognize Palestine at the upcoming United Nations General Assembly in New York. President Macron noted that no offensive annexation attempt or forced displacement would derail the momentum toward a two-state solution. He criticized the United States' decision to deny visas to Palestinian Authority members for the New York meeting as unacceptable. He called for the measure to be reversed to ensure Palestinian representation per the host country agreement. Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan also condemned the United States visa decision. This statement comes amid Israel's intensified operations against Hamas in Gaza, despite growing concerns over the humanitarian impact on Palestinian civilians. That's all for now. For more information, visit bssnews.net. Thanks for watching.